G'day, Shane here from Wine Grape TV, and thank you for joining me in my home bar. But more importantly, thank you for helping me bring McLaren Vale wines to the world. Today, I'm looking forward to a treat here. The wine's been open for about an hour. It's a wine I haven't tried. It's from a producer that I've only just recently gone and seen. It's from Ducks in a Row, and they're in Aldinga. Open most weekends, cellar door in the afternoon. A bit of, if you're in the area and want to go and taste some different things, I suggest you go and have a look. There's white wine from not your normal grape varieties, Fiano, Vermentino, and the red wines are not your normal everyday grape varieties as well. Now today I have here their Erect Habit Mataro. Mataro, also known as Mourvèdre or Montestrol, I think that's the correct pronunciation. And I absolutely love the labels on these wines. So give that a bit of a check out. The Ducks in a Row. Now, Erect Habit. Why have they called this Erect Habit? Well, the Mourvèdre in this vineyard is only a certain rows, and I don't think it's labelled correctly, and they actually determine how it is because this stuff shoots up and grows up higher than the other grapes around it, the other grapevines around it. So that's where the Erect Habit comes from. 2009, they did a lot of work on this wine to just get it right in the vineyard as well as the wine making, I should say. And they're very, very proud of this wine. This wine is actually not for tasting at the cellar door. They've got another vintage of their Mataro, but this wine's $80 a bottle, so it's not cheap. Grabbed a bottle of it, wanted to share it with you, and really interested to see what's going on. There's some excellent things happening with Mourvèdre or Mataro in McLaren Vale at the moment. It's seen in some cases as an alternate variety, but they've been growing Mataro Mourvèdre in McLaren Vale for probably 100 years. We used to be made a lot into fortified wines, and if you drink GSM wines, Grenache Shiraz Mourvèdre or Grenache Shiraz Mataro. So you would have had a little bit of Mataro and Mourvèdre in the GSM blends. Small amount of this wine can make a big difference in those blends, but I think the guys now are getting smart with what they're doing and actually sitting up and taking notice of this great variety and starting to do some really good things. And I'm excited about trying this wine. So, what are we going to do, guys? We're going to do the wanky thing. Straight away, mulberries. I must say that I can't remember tasting or smelling Mataro Mourvèdre wines smelling quite the same as this as mulberries. Mataro quite often has a meaty character come through, has a perfuming character coming through, but these mulberries are just sensational. And you know what? I'm not getting oak. I know Glenn the winemaker doesn't like having a lot of oak in his wines and goes for older oak, and I'm not getting much in the way of oak here at all. This is fruit. This is a lovely fruit. This is sensational just on the nose. I also know there's not much of this left. There's only about 4 to 6 cases of this left. Geez, that is good. I can smell a little bit of oak. Excuse the itch. A little bit of oak. Just on the back, but not much. The other thing about Mataro Mourvèdre is strength. If you had to have one comment, is strength. So I'm really interested, after trying the nose on this wine, really interested to see how this pulls through on the palate. So let's do it. This is really good. Mulberries that I was getting before, really, really strong mulberry character. A little bit of cherry maybe, red cherry. This time of year, I suppose, it's nearly Christmas. Really interesting mulberry. Not getting that meatiness, but the back of the palate, there's certainly a bit of a tannin structure there. Not a tannin hit, tannin structure. Definitely tannin from the grape, so from the seeds as an example. Definitely getting that. I'm going to try this again. And that tannin's a bit drying around the teeth, but again, not overpowering. Making my mouth salivate, which says food. I'm going to drink this with dinner tonight, the rest of this. Got my father-in-law here at the moment, and I think he's got Buckley's chance of getting this off me to try any tonight. He's disputing that right at this moment. Very, very impressive wine. I suggest it would last longer in the bottle, and it's going to be interesting to see how this opens up over time while we're cooking dinner. Though I get the feeling I'm going to drink this while I'm cooking. But I'm very impressed with the fruit character of this wine. This wine is about excellent fruit. This fruit is sitting there just wanting you to be involved in your palate. Just get in there and drink me. It's also good that it's not overpowering anything either. You know, like you get some of those big, bold Shirazes that just overpower everything. You know, you almost struggle. Even a steak sometimes you think, well, geez. You know, and you get tired. Sometimes I do. I get tired of those big, bold wines all the time. They have their place, don't get me wrong. They definitely have their place. This wine is just enjoyable. It just says, drink me. You know, I know a lot of people, and I call it veranda wine. They drink veranda wine. It's a wine that you drink with your mates on a Sunday afternoon, and I'm talking like the Moscatos or, heaven forbid me say, Sauvignon Blancs. I certainly wouldn't pick Sauvignon Blanc. I'd pick something else, a good Semillon or something like that. But anyway, I see a lot of people drinking those sort of wines on a Sunday afternoon to enjoy what they're doing. They don't have to drink it with food and all that sort of stuff. I could see this wine being part of that. Alright? But I also see this wine having enough character to it to pull off nearly any food range you want. Moroccan, Chinese, Thai, barbecue, big thick steak with mushroom sauce. Oh, I've got to stop. I'm getting excited thinking about the food to drink with this wine. And that's another thing that's impressive for me. It doesn't just say, here, this is a big bold wine, drink it with steak, or here, this is something, just drink it with that. This wine, I think, can go across many different flavour profiles, and it's all about the fruit, guys. It is all about the fruit. Glenn, you've done really, really well, mate. And I applaud what you've done here. I really, really enjoyed this. Look, before I get myself even more excited, I better go. So look, that's all we have time for Learning Grape TV today. Check out Ducks in a Row. The philosophy behind this wine is the same for all their other wines. Very different, well worth checking out. Say good day to Glenn and Amanda if you see them at the cellar door or any of their functions that they go to. Well worth checking out. Listen, it's nearly Christmas. Have a great Christmas. I intend to. And drinking good booze like this, why wouldn't you? Alright, see you later.